We're live.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You want to do some troubleshooting?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Testing.
This is nice, dude. It's good to see you, Sal.
It's good to be seen.
Yeah, how you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Big good, man.
Yeah. I haven't really seen anybody in a while. I kind of like don't exist these days.
I was like, Dad, don't you just like live at home? Like in your house? Well, I guess we all live in our houses, but
that is true, yeah. Well, I'm homeless pretty much, but dude, I don't know what's been going on with my browser. Like, I'm looking at you. I see you on the screen, but then all this fucking shit on the sides of my screen, like
that fucking browser history,
it's all like
boy.
it's like blinking and fading in and out of existence. I don't know what's. I guess I need to get a new computer. So I guess everybody, please subscribe to the Patreon, hit the super chat so I can get a new computer. Well, anyway,
delete that browser history.
Where have you been?
You gotta delete that browser history, boy.
Yeah, do you delete your browser history?
Yeah, once a month.
Once a month?
Bro, you know the kind of sick shit
you just give it a deep clean.
You got to, bro. You got your shit will just run off fucking like demon fuel if not, bro.
Dude, my oh, thank you for acknowledging the glasses.
Go demon team.
Yeah, dude, I think my iPhone is just like loaded
anyone
up.
that caught the demon team reference, please go ahead in the chat. Tell me who the demon team is.
Well, who's the demon team?
It's the little dudes that Turbo Man will fight in Turbo Man.
What is Turbo Man?
Shut the fuck up! I'll kill you.
I don't remember Turbo Man. I remember Ultraman.
Don't.
What was Turbo Man? I don't know what Turbo Man is. Do I need to look up Turbo Man?
Turbo Man with the rock'em sock'em jetpack, the arms and legs.
Oh, from Jingle All the Way.
The removable voice box. It's turbo time.
Dude, I haven't seen Jingle All the Way in probably like 20 years.
Fuck you, then. Honestly, bro. I watch that movie once a year on the holidays.
I watched it all the time as a kid, but I guess I do need to give it another spin. I love Sinbad.
Oh yeah, Sinbad's great.
Yeah. Oh, Sinbad's amazing, dude. He's the best.
Ta Turbo Man.
I genuinely, I would put Sinbad in like the top 5 comedians of all time.
So you know what? Do you know what brain rot like lingo is?
We're doing it right now. That's what this whole fucking show, dude, is brain rot.
I don't know. I saw some video like about brain rot, like lingo, like how the kids are talking now.
Oh, what, that guy that gave that like commencement speech?
Yes.
That was painful to watch, dude.
It was until he actually at the end, like he actually.
That was a real like, how do you do, fellow kids?
Like when he said chat, when he goes, all right, basically chat, and I was like, dude, wow, like. Kids do be walking around calling like groups of people chat. Like, all right, come on, chat.
Yeah, he had a point that language evolves over time, and we tinker with it and make changes to it. That guy needed it. I hope those kids gave that guy a swirly after that.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he thinks he can walk into a high school and like be so
we're in a fucking bow tie, dude. We're in a cummerbund.
Yeah, listen, times ain't changed that much. Dark,
looking like a little ventriloquist ass dummy, dude. Give this motherfucker a wedgie, dude. Take his shoes.
Little timeshare looking ass out of here, boy.
Yeah, let's piss in his mouth. Remember when they used to do that to you in school? The bullies would piss in your mouth and
they'd spit Doritos in your butt.
Yeah.
Yo, hold that boy butt open. I'm gonna spit a hot Cheeto.
Yeah. They collect all their milk cartons to put them in your ass.
Yeah, put the milk carton over there, boy.
Yeah, they say, got milk? And then pump your ass full of chocolate milk.
They used to whip me with towels and call me Beetlejuice.
That one's real. That actually happened to you. That one's a little too specific.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they actually did that to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because you're. I don't know why they would call you Beetlejuice. Doesn't even make any sense.
No, that's the fucked up part about kids, man.
Dude, you're more like the
kids will fucking say some shit, and you'll go home and try to make it make sense. Be like, maybe it's because I'm dead inside.
Yeah, dude. No, you're more like the guy from the movie that was the interior designer.
Yeah.
Remember that guy, the big fat gay guy in the movie?
Nathan Lane?
No, not Nathan Lane. It's a different guy. He's dead.
I
I
was
think
saying,
he's
they
dead
just
now.
call me Nathan Lane too.
You are. Hey, Nathan Lane is cool. I like him.
I love him.
Have you seen the Birdcage?
Oh yeah.
I love the Birdcage.
Yeah.
It makes me want to be gay, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of like I'm.
You know, I will say, like, out of everything, I'll tell you this: out of everything, everybody's been scared about, like, influencing children and possibly making them homosexual. The one thing that kind of worked on me was the Birdcage.
Yeah, they need to look at
being gay
Birdcage.
seems kind of cool. Like,
yeah,
you get to Hank Azaria as your maid. You get to have a little twink,
especially those types of
Chilean
gays.
maid.
Especially those types of gays that are just seemingly gay, like as a profession, like they just have money, like they're so rich because they're gay.
Gay.
Yeah, it's like professional gays living in New York.
What do you do for a living? I'm gay.
I'm a gay consultant. Like, you know what I mean?
I do gay mergers and acquisitions.
Yes.
I put dicks and asses on dicks. You know how it goes. I'm gay. Here's my card. What are you looking at, Sal? You already distracted?
No, but I might I already knew you were gonna say this. I might pack a bowl later, so just let me be, you know.
Okay, it's fine. You just like we were doing a nice little riff about being gay for a living.
Yeah, are you? Is that how you are? Like, are you gay? No, like every time I go see a movie, like I'm walking out of the movie if it was good, and I'm like, I want to be that thing, you know. Like I'm gonna be a white man that can't jump. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Like when I was 14 and I watched Big Lebowski for the first time, I was like, oh, I want to have a White Russian. I want to drink White Russians.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I saw the Birdcage, I was like, I want to fuck a man's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck a man in the ass.
I remember when I saw Brokeback Mountain, I was like, I wish somebody loved me that much.
Yeah, I still have never seen that because when it came out,
It's a good one.
Growing up in Texas, it was like you weren't allowed to see it.
Funny thing is, bro, there's more female nudity in that movie than there is gay sex. You see Anne Hathaway's tits, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And the other wife, she's kind of plain looking, but she shows some tit too.
Yeah. No, in Texas at the time, because that was like 2005.
Yeah, just say to them, Anne Hathaway's boobs and see what they say.
Right. Well, I don't think anyone at the time that
knew
was
who
like,
Anne Hathaway was.
No, well, I mean, we knew who Anne Hathaway was.
God.
But I don't think anyone I knew or anyone that was like hemming and hawing about that movie on the radio.
You literally weren't allowed to.
Yeah, I don't even think any of them know what happens who's even in the movie because they talked about it like it was like this is the ruining of America.
Most radio stations, like DJs and stuff, they got a list sent to them of like 100 Brokeback Mountain jokes that they could make on the air, but like they were not allowed to speak positively.
Well, no, my dad listened to like Michael Savage, who is a closeted homosexual.
Yes, so is Glenn Beck.
Yeah, but he was never like a jokey guy. So like when that movie came out, he was like the pinko commie homosexuals are destroying this great nation of ours, America.
You got films like Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, and so it was just like. Do
you want to know what my late grandfather, his opinions were? Because that's around the time he died.
Yeah, what was his?
So opinion? Salvatore Licciardello. I shouldn't dox him, but Jesus. I don't care. It's my grandfather. He's an old Italian man.
Dude, your grandpa sounds like that fucking guy that was up to be the Pope.
Yeah, he would have honestly. He would have been in the running if he didn't die back then. But
that one cardinal who's like his name was Cardinal Pizza Balla.
Dude, the funny thing is, bro, we're sitting there and the Brokeback Mountain gets brought up. He goes, "You take the old actors, the Clint Eastwood, the old school, Marlon Brando. They don't do this shit." And I'm thinking in my head, like, Marlon Brando was gay as fuck.
These motherfuckers are gay, dude.
I'm like, should I break my fucking grandfather's heart before you?
Yeah, dude.
I got news for you.
Marlon Brando got piped down by Richard Pryor.
A black guy. No.
By fucking
I'm
Moulin
not gonna believe this.
If Marlon Brando fucked Richard Pryor in his ass, Richard Pryor did not fuck Marlon Brando in his ass.
No, it was the other way. He gonna give it to him.
That's the rules of being Italian. Is you can be gay, but you have to be the one.
Yes.
Putting your
yes,
penis.
The aggressor.
Yeah, that's why they killed Vito Spatafori.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that actor, whoever that guy is, pitched that story to the show to David Chase?
Huh.
The actor that played Vito, he went up to David Chase. He's like, "Hey, I got an idea. What if my character is fucking gay and it's like a problem?" And then it just became like that entire season.
I'll tell you what, it was one of the best plot. Like it was one of the
it's
best.
It's the highlight of the show when they catch him at that leather daddy bar, and he goes, "It's a joke.
It's a joke." Yeah, I mean, dude, that sounds like such a mundane plot point, but like in The Sopranos, like yeah, it was a huge fucking deal. Like they were having to deal with that shit.
It was awesome.
There was fallout from that shit.
Yeah, it set
the turd doesn't fall far from the faggot's asshole.
That's one of the greatest lines of all time. Yeah, I mean, hey, folks, check out The Sopranos on HBO. The home box office.
Home box office. HBO.
I was thinking today I'm due for another rewatch.
Oh man,
it's time to watch The Sopranos again.
It's been a while, but I've watched that show like at least 10 times all the way through.
It's the best.
Well, there's like people that I'll watch shows with, you know. I'm like, oh, you got to watch this with me. There's like three or four different people I've guided through that show already. Then on my own, I watch it twice.
It gives me nightmares.
Really?
When I'm deep in a rewatch, dude, I start dreaming about it.
What kind of dreams do you have?
Just the same kind of like existential horrors that Tony experiences throughout the show.
Yeah, like you're like having the same dreams he does. Like Robbie's like a fish. Like, hey
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that actually that was a show that was really good at capturing.
Our true enemy has yet to reveal himself.
Yeah, they did a good job capturing what dreams feel like. Like that shot, that tilted like Dutch tilt shot of Junior standing in the window, looking all mean. Dude, that's right out of a dream, dude.
I had the scariest dream.
Tell us about your dream, dude.
Bro,
folks, welcome to Dream Journal.
I don't normally have vivid dreams.
Because you smoking that ganj too much. You be smoking too many doobs.
But I like I don't remember who it was, but like it was their reaction to seeing me. It was so scary. Like I saw someone in the dream and they saw me and they were like, dude, it was like horror movie shit. Like the look on their eye, like was so wide.
Oh, they did. They had black hole sun face.
They were like so fucking scared. And like I just took a step towards them and they like ran. And I was like, this is a really weird dream.
Yeah, dreams are weird. Isn't it funny how like what you just did, and anytime a woman tries to tell you a dream, like when people try to tell you about dreams, it's like the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yeah.
When somebody telling you about a dream, it makes you want to fucking kill yourself.
Oh, really? I thought you were enjoying that.
I enjoy it. Well, no, I'm saying that like it's like a a common feeling that people have is like when somebody starts telling them about a dream, they kind of check out. They go, "Fuck, dude, I can't believe I got to listen to this bullshit."
Well, yeah, that is
shit
like
that didn't even happen. But it's like, when you think about it, it's like all of us when we go to Betty Bye at night, we're having these like intense hallucinations, and a lot of times we all have like the same ones. Like we have like
running, something to do with running or like movement. Like
we all have the same kinds of dreams. Like the one where it's like
flying, running, like
the one that gets me. The one that gets me that is like it's funny to find out how many people have this dream is either your high school or your college found out that you're missing like some kind of credit. And so you're like 10 years that you've been out of school for like a decade, but they go, "Hey, you have to come back to school to finish this credit." So now you're just like a 30-year-old man.
You know what nightmare? Bro, if I graduated, that'd be the best dream ever. I'd be living. I'd be like, hold on, I gotta go back to sleep. I fucking was successful.
Well, no, the premise of the dream is that you've graduated.
They're gonna ungraduate you.
It's been and they ungraduate you and say, hey, you actually have to come back to school to finish these credits. Otherwise, you're not actually graduated.
You know, that happened to me for real though with gym class because I had skipped so much gym that by the end of school they were like, you have to make up gym classes, and I was like, how does that make any fucking sense?
I don't know, dude.
I was going to 2 gym classes a day.
Fucking just school, the education bureaucracy.
Well, it's like, dude, if it was something like, okay, you got to go and learn this curriculum that you missed, but like, what I gotta like retroactively fucking jog, like, what the fuck?
It is very funny. You had to retake gym class.
I had to make up gyms. Like I was going to an extra gym class, like because they were like, "Hey, you got to make this up," and I was like, "What are you talking about? If I miss gym, I miss gym. I got you,
dude. We got someone in Runaway Slav has had the same missing credit dream. He's had the same dream at it. I guess you never had it because you didn't graduate. So no, you are actually missing credit.
It's such a weird idea that you guys are having these dreams, but I guess if you did like earn something and achieve something, yeah, I would be afraid of it getting taken away too.
Yeah, or the one. Do you ever have the dream where you go to take a piss and your dick falls in the toilet?
For me, it's often I have 2 dicks.
I've had the 2 dicks dream,
and they're always fucking side by side, which is useless.
So they're like,
yeah, and like with a decent space in the middle, where I'm like, can you guys not go together? Like,
yeah, so you have like forked penises.
Yeah,
that would. Yeah, you have the Sal Manalishi and the like 2-prong penis. Plug. Yeah. You're the Sal Manalishi with the 2-prong cock. Bow down, 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 down.
He wore a red bandana.
Yeah. That's
with a double cock down in Mexico.
What is this?
He wore a purple sash and a black mustache with a double cock down in Mexico. In Mexico.
What is this song?
Dude, Death Proof? Are you shitting me?
Death Proof?
The movie?
Mm-hmm.
It's the song that they dance to at the jukebox in the fucking bar scene.
I haven't seen it since 2008.
Then she did a dance I never saw before.
I begged my mom to take me because I was in middle school at the time.
Not a good movie for parents.
No, but I said, but it was rated R, so I was like, well, Mommy, you got to take me to theater to see Death Proof. Or no, it was the Grindhouse like double feature.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying not because it was rated R, because it would be so confusing for parents to like understand the concept of like that they did anything other than a 2.5 hour.
I think she understood it. I think like she was able to follow.
Why is it a different movie? I guarantee you, she thought that.
No, I think she.
There's no.
I remember at the time is when they were talking about it on TV, and Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez were going around telling people what the concept is. I thought it sounded cool, and I explained it to my mom ahead of time. I said, so they're calling it Grindhouse, but it's 2 movies, Planet Terror and Death Proof. And then there's going to be...
As long as you explain it to her first.
And then there's going to be trailers for movies that don't exist between the 2 movies that in 15 years, those movies will exist. I guess one.
Machete?
Yeah, Machete and Thanksgiving. Eli Roth actually made it. I heard that Thanksgiving movie fucking sucks.
Most movies suck. It's rare that a movie's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that where the success rate of it's like baseball? Like most movies are terrible, and every now and then you have a movie that's like above average.
Yeah, and isn't it crazy? It's so difficult to get a movie made, and then most of them are bad, and then you and I are just like,
bro, I hope that we get to see the change in that. You know how most industries have been like opened up now due to technology? Like,
yeah,
like, you know, you can fucking run your own cab service, your own fucking hotel, Airbnb. You can do all your shit. You can have your own OnlyFans. Like, I do hope that we see.
Well, I like that idea, dude. Like an Uber for movies.
Well,
Where
you
you
can do
like
your
you go on
own,
an
like all
app
your
and
own
you place
enterprise now.
you go on an app and you place an order, and then like a Pakistani guy shows up at your house to be in your movie.
Right. So you should be able to get on an app like that though, and like select some fucking actors and get some equipment and make a movie.
Yeah, I like that idea. What would that app be called?
Probably.
It's gotta be something trendy,
Yeah.
uh,
Uh,
like Cinemeat.
no, that sounds like a
Cine,
gay
yeah.
app for fucking
So
actors.
What would the Uber for movies be?
Yeah. I
Be
don't know,
like
man.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Filmer. So Fiverr is Filmer. We'll figure. Okay. Well, zip zap zop, everybody.
Robbie, this is more of a Robbie thing.
We kind of shit the bed on that one.
No, Robbie will be here soon to
We're
figure
gonna
it
need
out.
some super chats after that. So what have you been up to, man?
Man,
Where have you been?
trying to get my life turned back around, dude. To be honest, I have some job stuff that's exciting news, but
yeah, and at your size, that's a lot of turning.
But it's got to happen. Like I actually have to like work and like, go earn the money. So it's like unless I won the lottery, I'm still upset.
Oh, you should get in on meme coins, dude.
No, I sold all my Dogecoin.
Oh, well, Doge is like
Failing.
a slow one at this point. You should get in on highly speculative shit coins like I do.
But are you making any money?
No, I'm losing money like crazy.
So that's the thing, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was gonna do well today on this one I found called Podin.
Yeah, the Hateful Eight is good, and I remember people not liking it, but it's probably one of his funniest movies.
Yeah, but it's
like once you realize what it is, go back and rewatch it, and you can enjoy it. Like you're not waiting for like more to happen, which sounds like a diss, but it's a very good, like enjoyable movie.
I've never not enjoyed any of his movies. I've enjoyed all of them.
I mean, when you go to a new Quentin Tarantino movie, you have you're like, man, anything could happen in this fucking movie. So then Hateful Eight is like, it's a lot of talking and then a lot of build up to the end, which is exciting at the end, but it's like once you realize that, go back and watch it, you can enjoy it more.
Well, it's like a old West suspense thriller.
Yeah.
So it's just building tension the whole movie.
Yeah.
So I like that one though. Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is also very good.
I like it when when movies have men who abuse women, who are physically violent toward women.
I love movies like that.
So I love seeing Kurt Russell just beat the shit out of Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yes.
That was cool. Just clonking her on the head with that gun.
Yeah.
Making her bleed.
I do love, have you seen Sean Connery talking about hitting women?
Yeah, dude, that's so funny.
Sometimes you give them the last word. It's not enough. Sometimes
give an open hand.
A little smack.
No, look, I won't do a closed fist, but an open hand is perfectly...
Well, you give them the last word. And sometimes the last word isn't enough. They got to have another word and another one and another one. It's like hearing him say that. It's like, yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah, I love that. Because you could tell Barbara Walters thought she was going to, do a gotcha. And he basically hit her with, bitch, I'm Sean Connery. Like, what do you have nothing on me.
She probably thought she was going to catch a smack.
Dude, you could tell, dude, she got a little wet in her britches when he fought back, when he was giving her
He's very sexy man there.
Sean Connery was a very sexy fellow. Yeah. He's
still alive, right?
Nope. He's long dead, man.
How long?
Folks, when did Sean Connery die?
Man, that's crazy.
Let's see, Sean.
Probably not too long ago, dude.
No, it's got to be over a decade at this point.
I bet it's less than a decade.
He died in 2020.
See,
he was 90.
That's crazy. He just died, bro. He was a young man.
That was like a whole other world, though. That's like, considering everything that's transpired since 2020, might as well be 10 years ago. It doesn't even feel real, dude. Like I think about like
Kobe Bryant died.
sometimes I think about what life was like right up until March of 2020. Just like how hopeful I felt about the future and everything. And then it feels like I've been stuck in like a progressively worsening existence since March of 2020.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have done all that.
That's very insightful, man. Yeah, that's a good point.
Kind of ruined all our lives.
They probably should not have done all that.
Ruined a lot of people's lives, I feel like.
That's the most incisive.
It set my industry way back. I mean, as far as like the way my job is today is different because of that.
Yeah.
There's positions that still no longer exist. They no longer exist in the hotel because of that. Like the way my job is structured.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it ruined everyone's lives. That's why I'm kind of stoked on because like something like just a queer sociological Aquarius, yes.
I'm Aquarius.
Just like sociological thing, I guess.
By the way, I will be out of town. I just not a good, I don't know, it might not be a good time, but I'm going to my cousin Sal's wedding.
Which Sal?
Comic Sal.
Oh, Nerd Sal?
Nerdy Sal.
Oh, okay. What's the bride's what's his name?
Hey.
Who's the lucky fella?
It's Comic Sal, Nerd Sal.
I know, like who's the man that he's marrying?
Some dumb bitch, I don't know.
Okay. Oh, he's a woman.
Some big dumb bitch from who cares
what
where.
Was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's been like a sociological curio since the pandemic, which has been this sort of aversion to portray the pandemic in any way in the media. So in like TV and movies have avoided having any like mentioning the pandemic at all, mentioning COVID or any of that at all. There's been very few like anything since then that's addressed it. And I've heard like I've heard people say that they don't want to even think about it, that they'd rather just not show it in anything.
What?
The pandemic. Are you even listening to me? Too?
Well, I didn't catch what you were saying that last thought.
So anyway, so there hasn't been much mention of it since it. I don't know if it ended or what, but I'm excited for this new Ari Aster movie. You familiar with Ari Aster, Sal? You got you're staring down at your phone right now.
Who's Ari Aster?
Who are you texting? What are you looking at?
I'm sending the link to this episode to someone so they can come watch.
Oh, okay.
Jackass.
What's his name?
He's the guy I wanted to have on the show, the lizard guy.
The lizard guy?
Yeah, remember I was saying that I want to have a reptile expert?
Oh, I thought you meant the lizard man. The guy in Austin who looks like a lizard.
Like the lizard man.
Yeah, no, there's a guy in Austin who looks like a lizard. Like he's got scales and a forked tongue and sharp teeth.
He lives in Austin?
Yeah, I think his name is like Eric Sprague or something.
God, I hate that shit.
He's like one of those sideshow acts. Like he did like extreme body modification. Now he looks like a lizard. Stupid. He's the lizard man.
So dumb.
He does stand up also. So, oh yeah, so there's a movie coming out directed. Ari Aster.
Ollie G?
No. He's evil now.
Who's Ari Aster?
Ari Aster's the director. He made Hereditary and Midsommar and the movie where that black kid fucks his dad.
Yes.
Yeah. So
he made that movie?
Yes. That was like his first damn student film or something.
Okay.
So he's got a movie coming out called Eddington, which is all about the pandemic. So it takes place in 2020 and it's kind of, they have given like a kind of a bare bones plot synopsis. So all it says is that it takes place during the pandemic and there's this conflict between the mayor of this town and the sheriff in Eddington, New Mexico. But apparently, it's premiering right now. How do you pronounce it? James
Cons,
Caan.
you
The
uncultured
Cons.
fuck.
The Cons.
Hey, by the way, go ahead.
Well, it's very divisive right now. Apparently, like there's no one consensus on it. Like a lot of people really hate it, and a lot of people say it's great.
Oh,
What is that? What happened?
Tornado warning in my area.
Oh, dude, ignore that. You're podcasting for at least another half hour. Don't even worry about that. Your family's fine. They're safe.
Really,
you're all safe.
Well, it's like take shelter in a safe place. Bitch, I don't have a place I can go in my house that's safe.
You're fine. You're safe right now. Are you by a window?
Yeah.
You're fine. Is it tempered glass? If it's tempered, you're fine.
This is what a broad area they're showing for this tornado.
Oh, I love broad areas. That's where the women is, where the honeys be buzzing.
Dallas and Garland.
Talking about a broad area.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
You'll make it, dude. You have a strong core and a firm center of gravity, so that tornado can't even pick you up. It's an unstoppable force, and you're the immovable object.
You know what I'd do if I saw a tornado?
You'd spin in the other direction to fight it.
Dude, no one even realizes that you start going in the other direction and you unspin it.
Yeah, you can cancel it out if you do. If you just spin in the other direction.
There was a tornado one time at my house, and it was about to get my dad, and I was gonna save him, but then he looked at me and he was like, "No, don't," and I let it consume him.
Yeah.
He was Kevin Costner basically in Superman.
He was that sick of your mom. He was like, "No, son, finally, I'm free."
Have you seen the trailer for the new Superman?
Yeah.
It looks really good.
It looks cool, yeah.
No, I mean, I was, when I first saw it, I was like, all right, who knows? But they showed another trailer and it looks very good.
Yeah, it looks fun. I'll probably go see it, and if it's colorful and loud enough, I'll enjoy it.
Well, that's the thing. They make all these Superman movies so fucking depressing and like sad and serious.
Oh yeah, I didn't care for those Zack Snyder ones.
But this looks like a fun, like Superman's supposed to be fun. You know what I mean? This looks like fun.
And it's a comic movie, so as long as it's like bright and colorful and loud as shit, it's an A+ in my book.
You know what? A detail I noticed that I liked in the trailers, it appears as though his parents, the people who play his parents, are like very simple, like type, like kind of dopey, you'd say.
Yeah, they're very homely.
Yeah, and in all these movies, they're like, okay, who do we get for the parents? Okay, let's get fucking like these two like amazing actors, you know. And it's like, no, you're like, his parents should be like in the background, like
whoever they got, whoever that is that's playing his dad, that's a big old boy. That's a corn-fed feller right there.
That's what I'm saying. That's cool, man. Like it should be like mom, pa, like type, you know, not like fucking Kevin Costner and like someone that's gonna upstage or try to fucking, you know, be something like in the movie. Sure. Like, you know, you're not cool. You're Pa Kent, bro.
Right.
It's like they do the same thing with Spider-Man and Aunt May. They're like, okay, we got to get the fucking best fucking Aunt May, dude. It's like, no, just have a little old lady.
They've progressed. They've like progressively made Aunt May more and more fuckable. Because like the first Aunt May was that
perfect, yeah.
What is that actress's name?
Like, deliver us from evil.
Rosemary something. She's an old biddy, dude. She's, you know, just a little old lady.
Yeah.
And then the next Aunt May was Sally Field, which is like, okay.
Sally Field is so hot.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm watching.
She's so hot.
And then Marissa Tomei, it was just like, oh, so now we're all just horny for Aunt May.
Yep. Yeah, basically.
Which I guess is like, it is funny how Marissa Tomei's she's like 60.
Oh,
smoking, dude, just smoking hot though. I don't know what's happened over the last like 50 years, but the way people age now is so much more graceful because like 60 years old. You know,
they're saying it's smart water. They're saying it's all the smart waters.
You think it's the electrolytes and the alkaline?
Absolutely, though. It makes
pH
sense.
balance and I think so. I think it's the alkalilated water and
it's Alkaline Trio. You remember that band?
Yeah, it's the Alkaline Trio. The father.
I wrote the words to the song on the back of a photograph.
I don't know that song. I don't know that band. Actually, I saw the T-shirts. I saw people wearing the shirts.
The light in before we say goodbye. Will we play that song for me?
Sure.
Play Armageddon by Alkaline Trio, please.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna love this. I wrote the words of the song on the back of a photograph. Man, I picked something on my leg and it's like bleeding like profusely.
Oh, this is a scary album cover.
Cornfed Radio's back.
Cornfed Radio.
Nice. Yeah, give it some juice.
I wrote the words to the song on the back of a photograph. Behind your back it goes.
A little something like this.
Way too big to miss. I got a letter in the mail. The sender failed to let me know where it came from. Open it up, sure enough, there we were, arm in arm again. I know it's small, but my last call's been called half an hour ago. I know it's late, but do you think you could please fix it for me? Then I'll go, I won't so I'll drink this beer and write in fear of a song everybody hates. Armageddon, let the light in before we say goodbye. Give us something to believe in. Armageddon, we're not begging for too much, I don't think. We are goodbye, yes, before we say. I wrote the words to the song on the back of a photograph. Behind your back it goes, a little something like this. It's way too big to miss. I got a letter in the mail that said I failed to let me know where it came from. Open it up, sure enough, there we were, up in arms again. Armageddon, let the light in before we say goodbye. Give us something to believe in. Armageddon, we're not begging for too much, I don't think.
And yeah, this was from the Tony Hawk soundtrack.
Yeah, this sounds very Tony Hawk. I like that. That was good. I like that song.
I got, who
else? Oh, nice. Travel Buds, new member. Oh, I like the Travel Buds. Those are good people. I met them at Skankfest South. They're very nice.
Welcome.
What was I saying?
That you were gay.
I'm gay, yeah. That song.
Yeah, I came across these Playgirl magazines from the 80s.
Hey,
bro, we could be in those magazines. The size of the fucking soft dongs they're showing is like barely an inch.
Okay, yeah, because when my penis is soft, I'm all balls. So.
Bro, that shit, I could show you, man. They're barely hanging, these boys.
Yeah, I'm just balls with when I have
Oops,
a soft
all
penis.
balls.
oops. Yeah, dude, my penis is soft as oops all balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably have that same problem.
I used to.
You lost enough weight that you
I have hang now. I have hang.
You have dick and balls now? Nice.
Yeah. I have some hang going on.
I'm working on it. You know, my
I used to
right
be so
now-
fat when I was like sitting in the car. It was
How fat were you?
What? How fat were you? You ever mowed your lawn and found a car?
You
Might be a redneck. No, but like sitting in the car, I was like in that position. It was so uncomfortable. My dick and balls were like squished.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. Like
But now I'm just like hanging.
You
out,
lean
like,
forward and your gut presses onto your dick and balls.
dude. You like that. Like something's gonna pop. Something's got to give. You know what I mean?
It's either the dick or the balls are going down.
Severe, destructive 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Nice.
That sounds like a band.
I'm working on it though. My weakness for forever has always been sweets. So, you know what I did last night? I had a sweet tooth last night, and I could have had some confections and sugary treats.
You had some confectionery sugar instead.
I just cut out the middleman and ate straight sugar. Yeah, I just got out a bag of sugar and started eating it by the spoonful. No, I last night I had a sweet tooth, and instead of like eating like cookies and cake and candy, I ate some prunes.
Prunes.
I had prunes.
And how do you feel now?
I took a really nice dump later in the evening. Because the prunes are packed with fiber, so it's.
Have you had prune juice though?
Yeah, I like prune.
I remember
juice.
being a fat kid though, and like just always wanting like juice or pop, and like I was at my grandparents and all they had was water, and there was in the way back there was some prune juice, and I was like, golly. I mean, I'll fucking try it.
It's definitely not a juice that any child would enjoy.
Terrible. It was. I was like, oh fuck this, dude. I'll have water. One water, please.
Yeah. You acquire a taste for it when you get older, and then you realize it still has a shitload of sugar in it. It's not even healthy. It just tastes kind of bad.
Tummy ache. I think I drank too much Diet HEB brand root beer today.
Oh, look at this. $2 from Little Goblin Fella. Ooh. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this because this is one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's Sal. Have you ever heard of Amos Moses?
I know Famous Amos.
It's just like that. Dude. Yeah, this is one of the classics. Jerry Reed, where you going? God damn it, Sal. All right, well, we're going to wait for Sal to get back. Folks, I guess we'll do some plugs. Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. Patreon.com/the Crowder Boys. Body Brain Coffee. What else? Sal, what do you do? Where is he? Well, so the Patreons, subscribe to those. We got a lot of great premium episodes and bonus content. And then I guess that's all I have to plug. I mean, I'm not really selling anything. If anybody know, I don't know what happened to Robert, who was going to like help with the textiles for
I gotta get some milk.
The shirts. Oh my god, why is he's got to get milk? Okay, but if anybody knows how to do shirts, I guess we should get some shirts going. I gotta figure out how to make money because the job I have. The job I work during the day, they're probably not going to keep me around much longer, and it doesn't pay that well anyway. So I got to figure out how to turn this into a business. Great, losing money on a meme coin right now. Sal is still. I don't know what Sal like. Man, he's gone for fucking weeks, and then he comes back. He texts me last night, and he's like, "Oh, can we do a podcast tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Sure, man." And I text him today, and I'm like, "What time are we going today?" And he says 10 o'clock, and I go, "Great. Here's the link. We're going at 10." He's late, and then now I don't even. He's disappeared. He's to go get a glass of milk. He comes, dude. That's the thing. I love Sal. He's very funny. He's a good boy, but he doesn't respect this show or have any drive. He shows up. He's looking down on his phone the whole time, and now he's on some journey now to go get a glass of milk, which I do enjoy a nice glass of whole milk, vitamin D, whole milk. I never understood like what the point of when I was a kid. I remember when I was a kid, there was this idea that there was some version of milk that's healthy. So there would be people. We were never a skim house, but I do remember a lot of the time my mom would buy 2%, and then when I started going over to, so I was accustomed to 2%, and then I started going to my friend's house, and his parents bought whole milk. And so I remember like drinking a glass of whole milk at his house, and it was such a magnificent new experience. I was like, wait, this is what milk tastes like? Like I had no idea that milk could be so rich and delicious. Because we'd only been drinking 2% my whole life. So I came home and I said, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. A couple of things are going to fucking change in this house. First off, really the only thing I care about actually is we got to start getting whole milk. I had some over at Eric's house, and it's crazy what we're missing out on. We're denying ourselves the full flavor of milk by thinking we're somehow going to get a healthy version of milk. When there's no such thing. It's like you're drinking milk, might as well get the whole milk. What do you got there, Sal? 2%?
Whole milk.
Good.
You know what I recently had the pleasure of having the other day was 6%.
What is that?
6% milk.
Is that more than whole milk?
Yeah.
Whoa. Dude, I got to try that.
Yep.
Where do you get that?
At the bougie market.
Oh.
I was at my friend's house, and he just busted out. I didn't realize he had wealth like that. He just busted out the 6% milk on me.
6% milk, dude.
Well, the funny thing is, we were actually having a whiskey tasting that night.
Nothing better than a good whiskey milk.
So all of a sudden, we're randomly just drinking milk in the middle of this thing.
Nothing better than a shot of whiskey milk chaser.
It was brilliant.
Goat milk is good. Yeah, I like goat milk.
You just got to catch the thing first.
Yeah, they make it when you go to Albertsons. You're like, "Where's the goat milk?" And they're like, "Well, they got to wrangle the goat out back."
He's around here somewhere, little scamp.
If you could take him down and squeeze them teats, the milk is yours.
Mm-hmm. I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I do like goat milk though. Yeah, it is good. It's way more expensive than regular milk, but it's very tasty. Well, Sal, why did it take you so long to get milk?
I stopped and talked to my wife.
Oh, okay.
I asked if she got the tornado.
Did you tell her I said what's up?
Yeah.
Tell your wife I said what's up.
I did.
All right. Let's we have a song request. Corn-fed radio, everybody. This is one of my favorites. Sal, do you know who Jerry Reed is?
I know Jerry Rice.
Have you seen The Water Boy?
Yeah.
You know the rival coach? Hey,
yes.
Water Boy, you're fired.
Yeah.
That's Jerry Reed.
Nice.
So this is Amos Moses by Jerry Reed, requested by Little Goblin Fella. Folks.
Yeah, here comes Amos. Now Amos Moses was a Cajun. He lived by himself in the swamp. They hunted alligator for living. It just knock them in the head with a stone. And the law gonna get you, Amos. It ain't legal hunting alligator down in the swamp, boy. Now everybody blamed this old man. Him mean as a snake. When Amos Moses was a boy, his daddy would use him for alligator bait. Tie a rope around his waist and throw him in the swamp. Alligator bait in the Louisiana Bayou. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man called Doc Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. Well, they raised up a son that could eat up his weight in groceries. Named him after a man of the cloth. Called him Amos Moses. Yeah. Now all the folks around South Louisiana said Amos was a hell of a man. He could trap the biggest, the meanest alligator and just use one hand. That's all he got. Called alligator bait. Left arm gone clean up to the elbow. Well, the sheriff got wind that Amos was in the swamp trapping alligator skin. So he snuck in the swamp, gonna get the boy, but he never come out again. Well, I wonder where the Louisiana sheriff went to. Well, you can so get lost in the Louisiana Bayou. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a cat called Doc Millsap and his pretty wife Hannah. Well, they raised up a son that could eat up his weight in groceries. Named him after a man of the cloth. Called him Amos Moses. Sit down on him, Amos. Make it count, son. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana. Lived a man called Doc Millsap.
I love that. What'd you think of that, Sal?
That was great.
I love Jerry Reed, dude. Good night, Travel Buds. Travel Buds is saying good night. Sal, say good night to them.
Good night, Travel Buds.
Thank you, Sal. Thank you for being respectful. So, what else? What else? You see, the former president Joseph Robinette Biden has prostate cancer.
Yeah, aggressive.
Yeah, apparently the
hold on. There's asshole behind me. He's talking shit.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Well, the theory right now that's making its way across the Twitter sphere is that him and all the Democrats have known about this cancer for quite some time. That it's very advanced and it's not something that they would have just found out about. They knew about it leading up to the 2024 election and still put him as the runner to be the president, to run
Which
for
is
president
insane.
again. Yeah, so that seems to be
The more I think about that, it's insane that they put him as the candidate.
I mean, even without the ass cancer, it's like it is as old and seemingly like demented as he is, just like completely out of it, and just not having like his faculties. It is crazy. Just that alone, it's crazy they ran him. But then they ran him knowing that he's dying from ass cancer. So I don't know what the plan was there. I guess it was like to install Kamala as to run him, and then he went. I don't know. I don't know what the plan was.
Scamala.
It did not work because now Trump is the president, and there's probably never going to be. In fact, there's probably never going to be another president. There's not going to be a more
not named Trump.
There's going to be Trump is just going to establish himself and his dynasty. As,
it'll eventually be Barron.
The leaders, yeah, it'll just be we're done with presidents.
By that time it'll be Lord Barron.
Yeah,
first of his name.
Little Lord Barron.
Little Lord Barron.
Yeah, the Duke of America, everybody. Little Lord Barron Trump. So, Trump is probably going to try and figure out some way that we just don't have to have presidents anymore, and it just gets to be like
It's
the-
changing every 4 years. It's so bad for the country.
The CEO of America. He'll like try and make it like a business.
It is crazy that every 4 years we change fucking administrations. Like
it's called democracy, Sal. It's what our forefathers fought for in 1776. It's what all those great men.
All those great with fake gray hair that were actually like 29 years old.
Yeah, it's what all those great.
Wait, do that again, dude. That looked crazy.
What?
Yeah, when your screen is on your glasses like that.
Oh, yeah, they are reflective.
You look like some kind of fucking creature.
You know, so I thought I was gonna hit a lick on.
How was your birthday?
It was okay. Thank you
How
for
old?
asking. I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22.
32.
Not 22, dude.
Are you in your 30s yet?
No.
There's no way.
So, but it was good, man. I had
You probably turned 31.
I had some Thai food, and I got this Kangol hat. So it was good, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling like extremely burned out these days. I definitely am like, you know, after just the life I've lived. But I don't know. Aging, birthdays now like aging. It's just now I'm more like reflective, pensive. It's somber for me. You know, when you're a kid, you can't wait for your birthday. It's the most exciting thing that's going to happen that year, except for Christmas, you know. And so it's like birthdays are always such a jovial jubilee. You know, your family rents out a room at Chuck E. Cheese, or you just go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Jubilee.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like when you're a child, birthdays are so special, and then like as an adult, it just becomes like each year is just more existential terror. Like, oh, it's like the days in front of me are lessening.
It is funny how like from like, you know, age 0 to 1, you don't give a fuck, and then like you slowly start giving more of a fuck about birthdays, and then all of a sudden there's like a period it flattens out where you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
and
it just goes like if you're a grown man,
little spikes downwards.
Like if you're like the you know, the sign of like a grown man is like when your family asks you for your birthday, your answer should be like when they ask you what do you want for your birthday, the answer should be nothing. You should say to your family, I don't want nothing. I don't even want to think about it. Don't give me anything.
Well, yeah.
That's how you know you're finally grown. You're a man. Is when you're trying to just avoid even thinking about your birthday.
If you expect anything on Christmas, you're still a child.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, I am at that age where I truly just don't want anything. Like, it's not like I don't appreciate people getting me presents. I do like presents.
The hassle, though.
Yeah, it's just like when somebody asks me, like, what do you want? And I go, there's no thing that's going to make me, I hate to, like, hurt your feelings or be this brutally honest with you, my loved ones. There's no thing you're going to be able to get me that's going to make me feel good because I'm so deeply unhappy with my life. And that you're just going to give me something that creates more clutter.
Yeah, this
like you're going to get now. I got to like act like I really appreciate it. And I do appreciate the thought, but it's just another thing that reminds me that, you know, I am bringing into my life material objects in some futile effort to feel a sense of just to feel anything, and none of it's working. And so I'm at a point now where there's no thing you're going to get me that's going to make me feel good. The only thing that can make me feel better is if something drastically changes.
What about a kiss on the lips from a lady,
nice.
from a pretty lady that's interested?
Honestly, yes. Yeah,
getting caught under the mistletoe with that
the gentle touch of a supple young woman that would make me feel good.
This holiday season, it could happen.
a kiss on the penis.
Listen,
from
last
a
Christmas.
beautiful young lady.
Okay, the very next day.
Yeah.
But what do they say after that? This year.
This year I am fucking queer.
I'm fucking those queers.
Yeah. I'm gay.
I'm giving them the Sally Boy
It's
special.
Christmas time and I'm gay now. You fuck my ass.
The jizz of another with some cum in his heart.
I'm going to the bathroom to cruise for gay sex. It's Christmas, having gay sex.
Yeah.
I'm George Michael and I am gay.
I'm George Floyd and I
George Floyd. Do you think when Derek Chauvin had his knee on his neck that the last words that George Floyd squeaked out of his between his lips were a careless whisper?
Careless whisper. Tonight the music seems so loud.
That's a good song, man.
I wish that we could arrest this guy.
By the way, I hope they don't pardon Derek Chauvin. They just leave him in prison. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he did definitely.
He killed that guy.
He killed that guy on accident. I think it was like a more of a workplace.
It's bad police work, though.
Yeah, I don't know if hate was in his heart at that moment, or he was just
probably
really doing a terrible job.
Cops are fucking dickheads. Like a lot of them are just. There's hate in their heart.
But he has a brain. He has to know that he can't get away with a murder. Like he can't be like, all right, let me just fucking kill this guy really quick and I'll cover it up.
I don't know, man. You give people a little bit of power, a little bit of authority.
I think he's just like this big dumb fucking guy is making a bigger deal out of it than he needs to. He obviously can breathe. If he's saying, think about like I think that was going through his head.
Think about yours and mine's lived experience. Like, what do we know about? We go to an open mic. Right, you and I, and the open mic host behaves in a way that he's like the king of the comedy club.
Until his block's over, and then he walks.
Oh, I guess. I guess
he walks the room by going, "All right, guys, it's the end of the 6th block. Have a good night." And people start getting their stuff, and they're like, "I guess we should leave."
Yeah, I guess that's the way it was at Hyenas. But you know what I mean, like.
And then the 7th block host is like, "What the fuck did you do?"
I'll put it to you this way, like.
All right, we'll talk about that later.
Ryan Perrio is the Derek Chauvin of the Dallas comedy scene. Like he was a guy who was given a little bit of influence, a little bit of authority, just a little bit of responsibility, and just started wielding.
If you told him to go kneel on someone's neck, he probably would do it.
He started wielding that against people. Like he started getting very, very big, a little too big, I would say, for his britches, and all that, newfound glory as the whatever his job was, the booker or something for the club. He was a tyrant.
The booker's son of a booker.
Yeah, so it's that thing where it's like, when someone gets a little taste of
my father was a booker, his father was a booker.
When someone gets a little taste of power and authority, the wrong. If you don't have the right mindset, like
bookers,
if you're not like a level-headed kind of guy, which a lot of cops are not, they get that little bit of authority, and it just like they feel like they're not only invincible but just immune from the law and public scrutiny. Like they can, in a lot of cases they kind of can just do whatever they want. That's kind of like the way a lot of police departments operate, but because that one was such a public scandal, that video came out, tensions were already high at that time.
Yeah.
It shook the nation.
Do you think that's slowed down though? Like there's been less of that?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, dude. But I know that like my dad and my brother are both cops. And,
no way. Your dad was a cop?
No, he trained at like police training places, but he wasn't like a patrolman or anything. He worked at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. So he was a cop. He was like a federal police officer, and he just like was a police officer for where they print the money, like print currency.
Okay.
My brother is a like patrol officer.
Isn't your brother also like psychotic though?
No, he's just I guess he just has like PTSD from like killing a bunch of people in Iraq. But he seems like okay. I don't know what's going on, dude. I ain't talked to him in like 3 or 4 years. And then he reached out recently to my dad.
He's become divorced.
Yeah, he reached out to my dad recently, and then my dad talked to me and he said, I talked to Eric, your brother. And I was like, "Oh, how's he doing?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's like he hasn't called me in a long time, but yeah, he got divorced." I was like, "What?" And he's like, he's been divorced for like a year. I was like, "And he's just now reaching out to you? You're his dad." But yeah. But anyway, I will say that when the Derek Chauvin,
Oh damn, the sirens are going off.
oh man. Well, I will say when that video came out. Of the George Floyd killing, my dad and my brother both said, like, look, we're racist, but this is very bad police work.
Yeah, well, that's at least they admitted it.
They said, look, I'm as racist as the next guy, but this is just very sloppy, shoddy police work. You
Some
can't
shoddy
do
work,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to sprinkle the fentanyl before they do that.
It's like, yeah, and it's like when you're a cop, it's like, what do you think you're getting paid $35,000 a year for? It's not to act a damn fool like this. It's not to go fucking crushing the necks of every black man you see. It's to issue speeding tickets and collect revenue for the police.
I think I'm going to die tonight with this tornado.
So they can buy new Dodge Challengers or whatever fucking piece of shit Dodge cars they drive.
Yo, if I don't make it, I love you.
Well, we got a very disappointingly low amount of super chats for the night that you die from a tornado, from a twister, a twirler.
What's a typhoon? You don't hear about those.
What is? You know what, Sal? That's a good question. What is a typhoon?
You never hear about typhoon. Like if someone dies of a typhoon, I'd be like, "What a pussy."
You know what?
Typhoon?
I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what the difference between a typhoon,
a cyclone,
a monsoon, or a tsunami. I don't know.
A monsoon, like I know these are all like various like milkshakes at different restaurants. Like like the cyclone.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we look up what a typhoon is?
You're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Salbert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is getting kind of spooky.
Well, we'll wrap it up soon. I mean, I did 4 hours last night, so
with who?
You don't know. Every Saturday, I do a stream with my friend Dave on this channel. And
Damn, I love Dave.
We do like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, Dave's cool.
Yeah, just to keep my brain loose, to keep the juices flowing.
I love Dave.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. $10 for
a little Chinese.
Rest in peace, Sal. Speak a little Chinese for us.
Oh, Renishi. How's that?
That sounds Japanese, but I'll accept it.
It might be. It might be. Same difference, though, right?
Yeah, tomato, ching chong, whatever. Ching chong, bing bong, potato. Yeah, it's just the thickness of the noodle, if you know what I mean.
Chinese is more like, yeah, that was Japanese. I'm sorry. Ping pong.
Chinese is like, I feel like Chinese is more staccato. Like, it's
it is. Yeah, it's more like up and down. Like,
it says a typhoon is a tropical cyclone that develops between 180 degrees and 100 degrees east of the northern hemisphere, which produces sustained hurricane force winds of at least 119 kilometers per hour. So yeah, it's I guess it's like it's a fun twist on a hurricane.
I know like a lot of them are various milkshakes at like fast food restaurants.
Oh yeah, when you go to the snow cone stand and they have
So
like
there's like cyclones, there's fucking blizzards.
yeah, there's Barbie, there's Wedding Cake, Incredible Hulk, Typhoon.
No, I mean like fast food,
Tsunami.
like all the different milkshakes, like Blizzard, Cyclone.
Sure. Oh yeah, that too.
I guess
I like snow cones. It's snow cone season.
it is snow cones in sundress and snow cone season, ladies.
Yeah, I went to a snow cone stand the other day and I got one of their specialty flavors called a Pink Panther, which was 1 part Bahama Mama and 1 part Pina Colada.
I was tired. We've been together too long.
So you froze. Froze there for a second. Man, yeah, I'm burnt out, dude. I'm sick of my cracker ass having to work every goddamn day.
I'm sick of my own cracker ass.
It's crazy, dude. They condition you when you're a fucking kid all the way through your like 20s that your life is you go to school from the fall all the way through the spring, and then come summertime you get like 2.5 months of just like being able to enjoy yourself. And then like you graduate and they go, hope you enjoyed it, because now you have to work every single day for the rest of your life. No breaks. No time off, no breaks. Every single day, clock in and clock out. And then if you do a good enough job, we'll throw a couple vacation days your way.
Damn.
It's really depressing.
That is sad.
It's really sad, yeah.
They're like, well, can you get my mom a job here too? Like no, and family can't work together.
No, and we're not going to give you enough hours that you get benefits.
Damn.
Yeah, man. I do think there's something. There is some hope on the horizon, though. I think the housing market's probably going to crash pretty hard soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So for those of us, like, do you have a mortgage? Do you own a home?
No, I rent. I can't wait to get a house.
So we're in the.
I'm gonna get a few.
We're in the fucking zone, dude, because
I'm gonna get a couple houses.
Homeowners are gonna feel the pain. Homeowners are gonna get, they're gonna feel the crunch.
No, they're gonna have to sell it to me for nothing.
Exactly. Exactly, dude. Because house prices are like more unaffordable than they've ever been. So we're set for another. It's 2008 part 2, folks. The housing market.
I can't wait to be like, my grandkids are gonna be like, you bought this house for how much? $28.
Yeah, because I mean, dude, when you talk about like the average price of a home in most places being like $500,000-$600,000, and then like in some cities like $1 million is like the low end on a house. It's getting to the point where like working a job you can't even afford a house. Yeah, that's all. I can't wait for all that to crash, and then all these fucking people that use houses and buildings as investments.
I want our money to crash.
They lose their fucking shirts on these things, and then we can get back to like living like degenerate bohemian lives where rent is like $100.
Yeah, when you like hear of like currency in other countries, and they're like, dude, that's 50,000 rupees, and you're like, well, how much is that? And they're like, oh, it's $7. I want our money to crash that hard.
Yeah, well, that's actually.
It's like $1,000 to pay milk, and it's actually equal to like $5.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm hedging my bets.
You're edging your bets?
Yeah, I'm hedging my butts.
I'm edging.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says I'm bitter and angry and misinformed. No. No, I mean I think you're probably just upset because you own a home and you're about to lose it because I'm gonna buy it from you. Actually,
we're moving in.
I'm gonna buy it from the bank. They're gonna take the house from you and sell it to me for way less than you paid for it. So I'm sorry that's gonna happen to you, but that's just that's what's gonna happen. is I'm going to buy your house from the bank for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's called arbitrage. That's finance.
That's a bird?
Yeah. Named after the bird.
Named after the bird, albatross.
Yeah. The Alabama arbitrage.
You ever see that bird eat like 2 or 3 fish and it's like more mass than the fucking bird itself?
Yeah, like a pelican.
And you're like, how the fuck? Now what happens? You just got to wait for that to dissolve?
What? So you do that every meal.
No, but I'm chewing it. You know what I mean? Like certain things are happening. It's in my body to like make it less food. That you're eating it whole.
I think I'm going to get on Ozempic.
Do it.
Yeah, I was looking into it, and it's not as expensive as I thought it'd be.
It's gonna hurt your muscle mass, though. You notice how guys like they look all fucking skinny afterwards?
Yeah, they look kind of emaciated.
They look like they got no balls anymore.
Oh, thank you. $5 from showing me the 10 hands. I don't own a home, but I know I make way more money than you.
How much, bro? Drop your salary.
Show me the 1099s.
Drop your salaries in the chat.
Go ahead and show me the 1099s on that.
I might be making more than you soon. I'm up for a fucking pretty good job here.
Yeah, doing what?
I got an second interview on Tuesday.
Yeah, same job.
Same type of job, but really good money.
Yeah, is it more than you were making?
Yeah.
So 6 figs.
Really close.
Nice, dude.
Chump change, Robbie's third cousin. That's chump change.
Yeah.
Amazing how I'll do that. I'll end up getting the job and I'll still be broke. Like,
yeah, that's ain't that America?
Yeah, because I can't get it all at once. They're gonna just squirt it out to me a little bit. Like,
they should. Employers should just give you your year's salary up front.
Give it to me now, and I'm gone.
Yeah. And I promise I'll come to work. I promise I'll keep showing up. Yeah. I don't like getting paid every 2 weeks. That sucks. I wish they should.
Weekly's the best way to do it. Nobody does anything on a 2-week schedule except pay you.
Right.
So give me my money. Like, give it to me every week, every Friday.
Yeah, or just every day.
You should be able to. Yeah, I mean, it's so fluid now, like with apps and electronics and stuff. Like, you should be able to just cash out every day.
Give me cash. Give me an envelope of cash at the end of every day. Yeah. Yeah, getting paid bi-weekly sucks.
Yeah. I gotta say, that does suck.
But I guess it helps you. I guess it does put you in the mindset of like conserving your money.
Anything bi sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Even bisexuals, like, can you?
Yeah, whether it's your paycheck or the fucking girl with armpit hair.
Yeah.
Any of that shit, dude.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Gay.
So
what's this with the bi-weekly?
Yeah.
Aren't you embarrassed?
Aren't you?
To be doing anything bi?
Yeah. I am gonna, I do plan on being rich.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just taking a little longer than I want.
It's taking, I hit some speed bumps. I've had some setbacks, but it'll happen.
Just a stutter step. Just a stutter step.
Hey, look, it's just a minor, just a little bit of a detour.
Meanwhile, I'm watching fucking Drewski and like all these goons from the internet that do nothing.
Yeah, these fucking dipshits who, these guys who don't even seem like fun to be around.
Right.
Their
whole shtick is that they're douchebags.
Just making 6 figures a month, doing the most horseshit, just bullshit you've ever seen. Meanwhile, you and I, we're coming here. We're coming here to the fucking riff mill every week.
Every week,
churning out riffs, bits, doing great shit.
Like alchemists, bro.
Yeah, like alchemists. We're combining the elements of our mind to create something new. It is alchemy, dude. We're sorcerers.
Mm-hmm.
We're in potions class right now. Making lean. Mixing up some Sprite and codeine,
The
dude.
student who made lean come forward.
1 pot Sprite, 1 pot codeine cough syrup. Potter.
1 pot grape Kool-Aid.
Professor Grape.
We've already done it. We can't do Black Harry Potter again. We've done it like 4 times.
Potter.
You're smelly.
Hawaiian punch.
Hawaiian
Man.
punch. Mr.
Hawaiian
Potter.
punch and Hennessy. Potter.
The smoke detector goblins have gone haywire.
Yeah, dude. Professor Grape. You know. Hey, that's a good question though. What for 2-part, what is Hennessy? And why do black people like it so much? You ever wonder that?
I don't know, but
First off, what is Hennessy? I don't even know what kind of liquor it is.
black people really
Secondly,
like Paul Masson more than anything.
they're like, what?
Paul Masson.
Parmesan.
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 What is Parmesan?
Oh, they like brandies and shit. Hennessy is
Is
it's
it some kind of is it brandy?
it's brandy.
Cognac.
It's cognac, yeah, but it's
cognac.
like Cavassier.
Yeah, it's another black liquor. That's
Yeah.
another thing they
They're
like.
cognacs.
Yeah, why they like that shit so much?
I don't know, because it sounds fancy.
Yeah, I wonder like what how did that
Like,
happen?
look, imagine if you were like walked into a liquor store and you're like, I want the fanciest shit that's cheap. You would walk out of there with Hennessy.
I guess so.
It's a flex, dude. I bet you, if they really wanted to get something that tasted good to them, they would get some flavored shit.
Like what? Like Burnett's,
Like grape Burnett's, you know what I mean?
grape Burnett's.
Watermelon, Sky vodka, but instead that, they got a flex.
We didn't show me the 1099s. We weren't really pressing you to tell us your yearly salary. We were just kind of joshing you, but
Well, hold on now. That's significant, 100K.
we were just kind of playing
That's really cool,
playing
man.
around with you. You don't have to.
But hey, you know what? $100,000 man, why don't you drop a super chat?
Yeah. Hey, why don't you break off a piece of that?
Hold on. Now that we know all y'all's
salary?
salaries, let's go through here and see who needs to fucking super chat us. Scroll up here.
Yeah, this motherfucker's pulling in 6 figures. I'm barely scraping 5 figures.
Who said someone said they were making 60, 70? Yeah, where's your super chats?
Yeah.
Let's go. Pay me.
Hennessy,
I'm not
hypnotic
getting paid, actually. I haven't
and
gotten paid all the
Hennessy.
time. Because I've been neglecting my duties.
You've been neglecting.
I've been on a stipend.
Yeah, you've been on a sabbatical.
Negativity is one of the worst traits that you could possibly have, okay? So be positive.
Oh, there you go. $10 from Show Me the 1099s. Welcome back, Sal. Sorry for being mean.
It's all right, buddy.
We bullied him for his lunch money.
Show me your salary. And then
We bullied this motherfucker for his lunch money, dude. We shook him upside down. We shook the change out of his jeans.
I love it.
Yeah. What's another black people drink?
They like Sprite.
Sprite is good.
They like, I think like the Mexican community is big on like Coke and the Coca-Cola, but like I think a lot of black people will go for Sprites and 7-Ups.
I like Sprites and 7-Ups. Dude,
I
that
do
cherry 7-Up is delicious.
I do too. Now they got Starry.
Starry.
You know what happened? You know the story behind that? I don't know if it's true or not.
I don't know. Let me see.
They forgot to re-up. Pepsi forgot to re-up for the name Sierra Mist, like on the rights. and somebody realized this and bought it. So they had to rename the fucking drink.
I'll believe that without looking into it. Yeah, I buy that.
I mean, it's crazy enough because I'm like, what do they give a shit about rebranding Sierra Mist? Like,
Yeah. What's like a Mexican drink? There's the
Coca-Cola.
Mexican Coke,
in a glass bottle.
Yeah, the Mexican Coke, and then but they also like
they have that orange. What's that orange juice? It's like Topico.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think Mexicans.
And then they also drink like guanaba, like they drink like that fucking
guava juice.
What else?
Well, Mexicans love Bud Light.
Yeah, they love clamatos.
Dude, I'll fuck up a michelada.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, a little Bud Light, a little clamato.
Yep.
Come on, man. That's a tasty Mexican summer.
They like
summer
Modelo,
Mexican.
like at a party or like when they can afford it.
Yeah. I feel like Mexicans mostly drink Bud Light. Modelo is a very white boy drink.
They don't give a shit about who's that transfer? Dylan Mulvaney. They're like, give me some Bud Light.
Nah, dude. Yeah, Mexicans.
They kept the fucking Bud Light sales alive, dude.
Mexicans love Bud Light. They love Morrissey. They like Chevrolet truck. No, Morrissey.
Alanis Morrissey.
Alanis Morrissey, yeah.
And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be quite fine. Because I got
one hand in my pocket, and the other one
is raising my 10 kids.
Yep.
And the other one is sending the Western Union back home.
Oh yeah, dude! Mexicans are keeping the telephone minutes,
Western Union,
the phone minutes business alive. Fucking phone call cards.
Yeah, dude.
Do you ever go to the fucking barrio there in Fort Worth? There's like, just all this money going toward fucking cards to call back to Mexico.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Mexico would be a nice place if they just cleaned up their act.
I think Mexico is nice once you get like past the border towns. Once you go like further,
cartel.
Yeah, once you go further into Mexico, I think it stops looking like
they're acting like Iraq over there. Can they like stop cutting people's hands and feet and heads?
You know those episodes of Breaking Bad where it looks yellow?
Yeah.
It only looks like that on the border. Once you get into like the center of Mexico,
it's embarrassing.
The piss filter goes away.
You're part of America.
Yeah, and you're just in the city. You're in the Distrito Federal.
You know what I mean? Like, stop cutting people's heads off.
Go to fucking Cabo Wabo, dude. Cancun. That's what my dad says when he watches basketball. He goes, Cancun? And we'll see if he can. See if this one can.
Oh, wow. That's good, dude. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's a funny guy.
Dude, that's really funny.
You want to listen to a song and get out of here?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to hear what I've been listening to lately? Sal, where'd you go? Sal, where'd you go? Sal, we gotta do this podcast more regularly, man. I feel like we're just knocking the cobwebs off here.
Yeah.
This episode. I need you to fucking show up twice a week.
I'm down, bro. Let's do it again tomorrow.
All right. Here, I'll show you what the kick I've been on, dude. We'll listen to just a quick 8-minute song and get out of here.
Who's the little goblin fella?
He's a friend of the show. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, so are you ready?
Hello, my friends, we meet again.
Hello, my friends, we sucked a dick.
Twister.
Yeah, folks. This is Corn-Fed Radio. We're gonna listen to a song and get out of here. So everybody, just kick back and enjoy the tunes. Yeah, this is what I've been listening to lately. This is like I really like the way this song like builds and builds and builds, like this kind of crescendo and this tension that it creates.
My
There's like just a really great release after several minutes of building this crescendo. So check this out, Sal.
At this moment, you should be with us.
I can barely hear it.
Yeah, it's just the intro right now.
The world is too gay, guys.
Have you ever heard this?
Never.
Oh, dude, this is a good one.
Was the morning my focus 3 days my head landed to the sound of cricket calls. Oh, I am a proud man anyway.
One night I lit a phone.
3 ways was the morning. 3 lovers in 3 ways. We knew when she landed. 3 days she'd stay. I'm a proud man anyway. Covered now by 3 days. We saw shadows of the morning light, shadows of the evening sun, till the shadows and the lights were one. Shadows of the morning light, shadows of the evening sun, till the shadows and the lights were one. Tree hunting's over, none to follow. We're looking and preying on each other. The family weekends by the bites we swallow. Oh. Chile is gone, outlanding people. Which you know, kin, but I'm not the stranger. The family weekends by the lanes we travel. Oh, all of vessel with wings. Oh, on the vessel with wings. Oh, on the vessel with the wings. On the vessel with the wings. On the vessel with the wings. On the vessel with the wings.
Damn. Damn.
That's Dave Navarro.
Is that the one from the Pam Anderson sex tape?
Yeah.
Nice. That's Tommy Lee.
No, you're thinking of somebody else, maybe.
Yeah, it is Tommy Lee. Thanks, Michael. Someone was asking when we normally have episodes. Will we say Sunday still?
What's your question?
When do we normally do this? Would you say Sundays?
It's supposed to be Sunday nights, either 9 or 10 Eastern.
I think that's really hurt us.
Yeah, we got to stick to a routine.
Sunday night is good for us.
Sunday.
Even
This
even
is
during
we're gonna finish the song here in a minute, but I've been thinking about this comment because this is an interesting observation that Pat DeRose says this sounds like Bizkit. So I honestly I never thought about it that way, but Perry Farrell was like a proto Wigger. He was like an early to being a Wigger. Because he was dancing around on stage with like dreadlocks and fucking braids and cornrows and shit, Coolio hairdo, and so I do think that, and I imagine that Wes Borland, his guitar playing was probably influenced a lot by Dave Navarro, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, but as far as like the wig aspect of it, yeah, I think. You know, it's never Perry Farrell's never in the conversation of all-time great Wiggers, but I definitely think you don't get the new metal Wiggers and then eventually Crack Amico without Perry Farrell.
That's true though, man.
Need Perry Farrell lays the foundation for all of Wiggerdom to come. So that is a good point.
Good point.
Mrs. Mary's. It's a puzzle. Fitting each other.
That was good. What do you think of that, Sal?
I love that.
That
I
was
feel
good.
bad that I made you stop because I definitely see what you mean about the build.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the tension, and then when he hits that, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, man. But yeah, I would say if there is going to be a Wigger Hall of Fame, certainly the forefathers of Wiggerdom would be guys like Elvis and Mick Jagger, you know, those kinds of guys, Eric Clapton, right, you know, Led Zeppelin, like all this is pre Wigger. This is before anything resembling a Wigger would begin to coalesce and take shape. But I would say that you would consider those guys sort of the forebears of Wiggers.
Right.
But then I would say that like early proto Wiggers, sort of the what would you say, like the next evolution up from like, you know, of being Wiggers, like the
I mean, if you look at it like Fonzie from Happy Days is really the first Wigger.
Fonzie is a Wigger. That's a good point.
When white guys first started being like, "Hey, what if I was cool?"
Yeah, and it's not that we're calling these guys necessarily Wiggers. It's just that this is planting the seed. This is establishing the roots of what would become Wiggers. So it's like these are the sort of what was the word I'm looking for? The predecessors, the precursors to Wiggers. Like these just kind of set the the events in motion.
The fiduciaries.
Where Wiggers would be born, would become birthed later. But I would say that like the first instance that we have of what we now know of as Wiggers would be the guy we just heard, Perry Farrell of Jane's Addiction, is an early Wigger. Mike Patton from Faith No More and Mr. Bungle.
Patton Oswalt too.
Patton Oswalt also. He said the N-word a lot, actually, early on. So, he counts as a Wigger.
Did he really?
I think he did have...
most comics, if you go back, they were all saying it.
I think he did have a couple hard R's there. But for real, I would say, Perry Farrell, Mike Patton from Mr. Bungle and Faith No More. Anthony Kiedis. Anthony Kiedis might be like the first sort of like mainstream portrayal of a Wigger, and I think a lot of people don't give enough credit for that, or he's a very underrated Wigger. But I would say Kiedis is very much.
That's my Batman right there.
Is Anthony Kiedis?
Yeah.
I would say Kiedis and that whole band, actually, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, are Wiggers for sure.
Getting boned in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, people don't really think of them that way, but I mean, they were doing like rap rocks,
handstands, like all kinds of jigaboo.
Yeah, they were doing rippity raps like long, like way before anybody else was, and for some reason they never are in the conversation of Wiggers. But I certainly would say Kiedis is. And then, you have the more overt sort of Wiggers that begin to form, like the Beastie Boys.
Bestiality Boys.
Yeah, the Beastie Boys. And then and then I would
you wake up early for school just to fuck your dog.
You gotta fight for your right to fuck a puppy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. This is the Bestiality Boys.
I'll kick you out of my house if you don't stop fucking the dog. What's that noise?
Bestiality, fuck a puppy. Bam, 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 bam. So so you got the Beastie Boys. I guess we haven't really touched on Blondie. You got Debbie Harry with Rapture. So
you can skip over Vanilla Ice.
There's Vanilla Ice. So these are the more like explicitly like Wiggers for sure. And then
Eminem don't just come out of nowhere, is what you're saying.
Exactly, yeah.
You don't just get Eminem from nothing.
Eminem stands atop the shoulders of giants.
Isn't it crazy that Mark Wahlberg tried and he failed? He's like, I'm gonna be white. I'll just be white. It's fine.
The Wahlbergs, Marky Mark and Donnie, classic foundational Wiggers. Like you never even think about them now.
But got edged out by Eminem.
Yep. Yeah, Eminem defeated them in the.
And your Insane Clown Posse too. I mean, huge Wiggers.
So so as we get further along in the 90s, then like what we know of as Wiggers begins to form, begins to walk the earth. You got the Insane Clown Posse, you got Eminem, you got Kid Rock, you got Limp Bizkit, you got Fred Durst, you got Korn.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a long and storied history of Wiggers in this country.
Like I have no release.
Yeah.
Something takes a part of me.
Yeah. And then, you know what? And this is a good point. Sneaky Wiggers. Bill Maher.
Yeah.
He's got that jungle fever.
Larry David.
Larry David.
I'm lamping. I'm hanging out. I'm lamping.
Whoa, dude. Rappaport is definitely a Hall of Fame wigger. Let's see, who else? Robert De Niro.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Drop
Robert
a
De Niro,
Barquette, baby.
Robert De Niro's an all-time wig, dude.
Hey, did you change the batteries in the smoke alarm?
Dude, Robert De Niro's got a whole fucking
Hey, did you change the batteries in the smoke alarm?
dude. De Niro's got a whole fucking Thomas Jefferson plantation of kids, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Have you seen his? He's got like a whole litter of black children.
It's crazy.
A whole what do they call a group of black people?
A gat.
A murder of blacks.
A gat.
A
GYA.
He's got a yacht of black children. Yeah, you know what? I guess Thomas Jefferson is not only one of this country's forefathers, he is a forefather of Wiggerdom.
No, he's the original wig.
He's the original wig. Dude.
Thomas Jefferson, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, man. So that's something to really ponder upon. Is who would be in the Wigger?
And that is why Hamilton needs to have rapping in it. Idiot.
Who would be in the Wigger History Museum?
This is why Hamilton is rap.
I guess the first exhibit is Thomas Jefferson. And then you go through the years and eventually you get to
how does a bastard, orphan, son of a horse?
Who's besides Crack? Obviously, Crack is the best current wig. Who are like other wig? I guess like Lil Dicky and Andrew Schultz.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
What is Andrew Schultz?
So it starts with Thomas Jefferson, and then you go through the halls all through the years, and then you get to the Flagrant podcast.
Jesus Christ!
They got an exhibit. They got an animatronic Indian guy slapping his knee. Yeah, Chet Hanks. How can we forget Chet Hanks?
Dude, first of all, Chet Hanks rules.
Chet Hanks rocks, dude.
Chet Hanks is the man, dude.
Chet Hanks at this point is my favorite Hanks.
He's my favorite actor of all time.
He's my favorite guy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I love Chet Hanks.
It's a white boy summer. He pulled that off.
Dude, White Boy Summer is too good.
The fact that he pulled that off, dude.
I love Chet Hanks. And then you have what I would call Benedict Arnold wiggers, Post Malone, Jelly Roll. Those who have turned their back on wiggerdom in favor of Christian mothers and the country music money.
Disgusting.
But anyway, Sally, did you like that song we listened to just now?
It was good.
That was a good one, yeah. You never listened to that album?
No.
Ritual de lo Habitual by Jane's Addiction.
I never did.
Yeah, they're a cool band. They're an interesting band because they kind of were they burned very bright and then burned out. They weren't around for very long, and they try to get back together every now and then. Like through the years, they'll get back together and tour. But the lead singer, I guess, is like his brain is too fried, and so he just always ends up losing his mind, and they have to stop touring. That's what happened. That's what happened recently. Like it went viral. This was back in September, I guess. They were doing a show, and he just goes crazy on stage. He something happens, like he loses his mind, and then just punches Dave Navarro. Jeez. So they have to stop the show and drag Perry Farrell off the stage, and then the band is like, I guess we'll figure out how to do the tour without him.
Oh my god,
dude! And these are all guys in their like 60s now, and he's still acting like that.
Still acting like an asshole,
like a damn dickhead, dude. But they made some of my favorite albums ever. I love that band. So you know that's the way it goes. Sometimes it's like you don't have to. Sometimes you just do time. You create something timeless. And you know, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. Harper Lee only wrote one book. You know what that book was?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, exactly.
Big fan.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is Jane's Addiction is kind of the Harper Lee of music.
I
when you
love
think about it.
movies and books where black men get away with killing white people.
Well, she paid me a nickel to come in there and bust up a shiffer robe.
What would Derek Chauvin have done in To Kill a
if
Mockingbird?
he caught George Floyd busting up a shiffer robe,
Yeah. If he caught Boo Radley up in that apple tree.
yeah, he probably would have done the same thing.
I had a cat named Catechus.
What does that even mean? Bust up a shiffer robe? Like he wanted him to come inside and like destroy a chest of drawers.
Who
like
knows?
A dresser. So she was trying to get rid of some furniture.
Who knows, man?
She was trying to get rid of some old furniture, and then she got raped by a black guy.
Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She probably broke up with her boyfriend the week earlier, saying she doesn't need no man.
And it turns out she did at least need one man. She needs some. Yeah, she didn't realize she still needs someone to come in and bust up that shiffer robe.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it sounds like you eating like a Danish. Like he came in, he busted up a shit for when he left.
Yeah,
it was good too.
It's such an old timey thing. It's like nowadays, you would have to bust out the dictionary and be like, "What is a shiffer robe?"
Isn't that a song now? Busting up a shiffer robe.
It's a song now. Now that you made it.
Bust the shiffer robe.
Yeah. I ate some spaghetti earlier. I'm burping up spaghetti.
SpaghettiOs.
No spaghetti.
I introduced my kids to the Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
they were into it. They were like, you could tell even on their little faces, they were like, this isn't quite good, but I'm eating it.
It's not good, but it's 97 cents.
Yup. So I was like, if they're eating it, I'm buying it.
Yeah. What do you like better, Chef Boyardee raviolis or SpaghettiOs?
Chef Boyardee.
Really? I like
out of loyalty.
I like SpaghettiOs better.
No, I mean, we don't have. Listen, Italians don't have many heroes. Okay, Rocky, Chef Bertoli.
You have
Mario.
Yeah, you have Super Mario,
and they're trying to take that from us too.
Yeah.
Give it to.
I like the SpaghettiOs with hot dog slices.
Oh, yeah.
And the SpaghettiOs and meatballs.
But you gotta wonder, like, where are they getting those hot dogs?
I mean, it is absolute junk, dude. It's just trash, dude. It's the sawdust off the fucking factory floor. That's how they're making that. You know what I just bought that I found at the store?
What?
A jar of pickled pig lips.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I've been scared to eat them, but I did have to buy them. So I gotta put I gotta.
Are they good?
I haven't tried them yet because
you put them around your dick.
Yeah, man, I've been giving
myself. Fucking one.
Yeah, I've been giving myself pig blowjobs to remind myself of my ex-wife with the pickled pig lips. Yeah, dude, but they do. It is just like a jar of lips. It looks like a jar of kisses, little pig kisses. Damn. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Croyd says I should eat one on camera.
Yeah, go get one.
You gonna be here?
Go get one. I want to see this thing.
One. All right, wait here. I'll be right back.
Put it around your dick.
Vamp for him. Do a little solo for him.
No, I won't. But go ahead. All right, guys. Now that he's gone, we're gonna be drawing the winner from last week's prize. A lot of you guys entered the contest. A lot of you sent me your favorite Dalton moment, and we're gonna be drawing the winner here in a second. And we still have time for submissions, guys. Go ahead and email those to me. Your favorite moment you have, favorite memory you share with Dalton. Maybe it's the time he yelled at me. Maybe it's the other time he yelled at me. Who knows? Oh, maybe it's the time he was mean to me. Could have been any one of those, various diverse memories you guys have. But go ahead and just, submit them to my email. And oh, what happened? Okay, we're back. I really want Dalton to come out with the lips around his penis. I think that would be great. Can I do Dalton's drawing cell? And it's disgusting. I saw him once on stage. I also saw him once on stage. I saw him almost break the stage at Taste of the Islands, but that's more of a statement on Taste of the Islands and less a statement against Dalton because it's barely a stage over there. Yeah, guys. So I am branching off. Don't tell Dalton I'm going to start my own podcast, and then I'm going to steal all the customers. We're going to go over to my podcast, and then Dalton's going to be sitting here alone. he's gonna be like, this is my impression of Dalton. Hey, where's everybody? Where's my super chats? Hey, what's up?
Okay, so
What's up,
you
buddy?
see this?
Damn,
Pickled pig's lips.
those are huge. You could make a little jerk sandwich out of one of those and just with your hand.
So let's see. I'm digging in. You ready? Sal, you ready? Sal, did you freeze up?
What happened?
Are you here?
Yeah.
Oh, you froze. So, getting it out of the jar.
Every time I solo cast, people go nuts.
So here it is. This is a pickled pig's lips. You see that?
Damn. Is that both sets?
I don't know what this is, dude.
What part of the lip is that?
I don't know. But it's this is a pickled pig's lips. Oh. So, I'm going to eat this now.
All right. This is content. What does it taste like? I bet you it's good.
It's pretty good.
Damn, I'm so jealous. Does it have vinegar?
Yeah, it's pickled.
It's kind of like vinegary.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
It's similar to pickled pig's feet.
Man.
Tastes like. It's pretty good, dude.
I'm going to have to look into that. My wife would
Yeah.
just go nuts.
It's kind of got the consistency of like a hot dog.
Yeah, I got to get me some of those.
Yeah, go to your local, I don't know.
Where do I got to go? Like an Azteca?
You just got to go down an aisle you've never been down
No.
before.
Not Azteca, the market. I'm wanting like Azteca.
I'll tell you what, I don't hate these. In
Like
fact,
a-
I'm enjoying them.
You know, like a ribeye, like Azteca, please. Oh, you want a steak?
Yeah, it's pretty good, dude. It's a pig's lips. I mean, what do you think you're eating when you eat like hot dogs and Vienna sausages?
I didn't think it was pig's lips.
Well,
When will they realize?
that is what this tastes like.
Vienna
hot-
waits for you.
It's like processed, like,
Hey, I do got to wrap up though.
bologna or hot dogs or something.
Hold on, you crazy child. You might be eating pickled pig lips
Yeah.
in the super chat. You gotta skate off before you.
Yeah, Raphael says I'm basically kissing a pig right now. Well, don't hey. I'll be doing that when I see my wife later.
Yeah, Dalton, fine. You're gonna get married one day. She's gonna be like, "How are you so good at this?" And you'll be like, "Oh,
The pickled pig lips, baby.
I've been eating pickled pig's lips for
Come on,
years."
Sal, stick around for me to eat one more. I'm gonna eat one more of these, dude. These are pretty good. So look at this. You see that?
Yeah,
Sal, look at that.
that is parts of a lip.
Yeah, dude.
That's like, hang it out of your mouth like it's a tongue. Pretend like it's your tongue. No, other way, long ways.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
it's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's got to be a taste thing because they look disgusting, but I'm sure it's good.
They look horrifying. I can only imagine that everybody is mortified at what they're seeing right now.
People are upset. If you read the chat, they're saying how frightening it is.
They're not bad, man. I'm telling you, these pickled pig's lips really hit the spot. They're real tasty. You want one?
I would have one if I was there. I'm keto, so that'd be right up my alley.
Yeah, these are the pickled pig's lips, folks. They are keto.
Would you dunk them in like mustard or no?
Mm-mm. They're good by themselves. Maybe some crackers will go good with them, like some club crackers or Townhouse, Ritz.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go.
All right. Good night, everybody.
I love you all.